Hello everyone, my name is Dan and let me welcome you to my YouTube channel where we're gonna discuss about my life, my prison experience and a lot more. But before we start, please make yourself comfortable, prepare yourself a coffee, a tea, what you like, and let's start. Nowadays, it's cool to be an ex-convict. How? I don't know. Everyone wants you to have street credibility. If you don't have street credibility, you can't make rap music, for example. And I believe rap music plays a big role in all that marketing. But let me tell you, it's not cool to be an ex-convict. It's not cool to go to prison. It's a tragedy, actually. And I'm gonna explain you all about it from my point of view. I never bragged about being an ex-convict, but I always expose myself because it's better to be open about it. Look, I've been in prison, I'm an ex-convict, this is who I am, this is who I was. I believe it's fair to tell you from the beginning who I am, not to find out from other people. That's why I'm telling you my prison story, so you can get to know me better. My bad part also. Very important to know all my ups and downs. I don't want to play like a perfect image. I'm not perfect. Behind every perfect image you can find a lot of dirt. It's better if I present myself the way I am, to be transparent, and you decide if you like me or not. If you don't like me, no problem. I can live with that. If you decide to like me, I appreciate. It's very hard to be likable, and it's very hard to convince somebody to like you, actually, to accept you. So I appreciate that. Now, they moved me back to the big jail. I was a little bit scared, to be honest, because there were a lot of Turkish guys, a lot of Albanians, Russians, all kinds of people, man. A lot of them were for drugs. And when we talk about drug business, you know, you can end up in prison even innocent, because if I'm telling to the police, look, he also had the drugs, they don't need any other evidence in any other country. So they're gonna take you also. Just based on what I said about you. I saw from very poor people to multimillionaires. From regular people like you to real gangsters. I've met a lot of people in jail, especially because in jail a lot of people come and go. 10 of them goes in different prisons, 20 new inmates come. Man, it's crazy. Every day new people arrived, every day. I was like, man, they have enough place here to bring them all. So I was like shocked to see how many people do criminal activities, because when you're free, you only see in the news, but when you're in jail and you see how many people come and go every day, you're like, whoa, this planet is dangerous. So many dangerous people on this planet, and I'm one of them. Very sad, but true. I had to accept that I was one of them, even though I knew I could do more in life. And I knew that was not the place where I'm supposed to be. But you see, we are weak, and there are people who can influence us in a negative way. No matter how strong-minded you think you are, there is always somebody who can influence you in doing a wrong move, especially when you're young. Now, I'm not trying to put the blame on other people around me. I was guilty, I was stupid. The biggest reason why I was in jail, it was because of the money. I wanted more and more. And when you want too much in a short amount of time, you end up in jail. So they brought me in the new house. They put me in a cell with some Russian guys, nice guys. 4 people in one cell. It was okay. We had TV. The food was like horrible. I'm talking about Austria now. Jailhouse. I was in Romania in jailhouse. Let me tell you, in Romania it was better, man. In Romania was better than in Austria. Especially in Wien, they don't even give you enough food. You eat dinner and you're still hungry 5 minutes later. Crazy. In Romania it's not like that. But we're gonna talk about Romanian prison also, not today. We have time. You go anywhere? No? Okay. Did you make your coffee? Perfect. Let's talk about it. I was very depressed because my trial was about to come. Man, I stopped making exercises. I stopped being active all day thinking about my trial. Talking with other inmates, man, how much do you think I'm gonna get? How much do you think I'm gonna get? Talking with all the people in the jail yard. Like crazy, collecting informations about my situation. I believe it was normal. I mean, it was about my life. My life was in game, man. A lot of different opinions. You gonna go free. You gonna get 2 years. Other people, no, man, you're gonna get 15 because it was on TV. When the press is interfering, they're gonna give you a big punishment. And I didn't know what to believe, Man, I will get 2 years or 15 years. If I will get 15 years, I will, man, I will be very depressed. Besides that, my father was starting to feel very bad. I was calling home, hey mom, how are you? How is dad? Your father is sleeping. I'm not gonna wake him up. He's not feeling good. Don't worry, don't wake him up. Just tell me how it is. How are you at home? The situation at home was making me very depressed, Because in jail I was doing fine. I mean, I didn't have problems with other inmates, or I wasn't worried about the conditions in jail. I knew where I was. I mean, I'm the type of guy you can put me in hell. If I have to accommodate, I will accommodate. It's too hot, okay. It's too hot, what can I do? So I can accommodate very good in every situation in this life. You can leave me naked in Tokyo. In 10 minutes I will have a kimono and a sushi. So I can integrate very good in every situation, That's a plus. But I was very, very desperate about the situation at home and about my trial. Because you see, that's why being in prison or in jail is not cool. A lot of teenagers told me, yeah, for €1,000,000 I will go in jail or in prison 1 year. Really, in 1 year, you know how many things can happen. Your family members could die. So many tragedies can happen in 1 year, and you will not be able to do something because you're inside. It's not just about you surviving there. No, so many things happening outside. Maybe you have a wife, your wife loses her job or finds somebody else. Maybe something happened to your child, is sick. You're in jail or in prison. I am happy I didn't have a child when I was in prison, because I saw a lot of people who have wife and kids, and they were going like very crazy, you know, from depression, from they start to cut themselves or to hang up. Yeah, I saw a lot of bad things in jail. We're gonna talk about it. We have time. Drink your coffee. I like to talk, so if you like to listen, very good. If I'm interesting enough. I remember calling home 1 week every day. Every time asking, how's dad? How is dad? Is he doing well? Because he had cancer. When you have cancer, the stress can aggravate the situation. So I knew that. And I was feeling so guilty because my dad needed silence and peace, not stress. And every day I called home. Every day. I was using all my money to buy telephone cards. And the telephone was in the jail yard. You have to sit in line to wait until other inmates call home. Only one telephone in the jail yard. So you had to wait in line 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, until it was your turn to call home. And every time my mother told me, yeah, your dad is sleeping, I can't put you on the phone with him. Something is happening. Tell me what's wrong. No, everything's fine. I remember one time I called home and it was a lot of noise in the house. Like a lot of people whispering. And I asked my mom, who's in the house? No, nobody. What you mean nobody? I hear like voices. No, it's just my cousin and some family friends. They are visiting your father. Okay, I will call you tomorrow. Next day, I didn't sleep all night. I had a bad feeling, man. I had a very bad feeling. I didn't sleep all night thinking about my father's situation. Next day, go in the yard, sitting in line, waiting. I was so nervous, like almost aggressive. I call home. Hi mom, how are you? I'm fine. Mm-hmm. How is dad? Look, Dan, I have to tell you something. When my mother told me, look, Dan, I have to tell you something, I stopped breathing, man. Like, tell me, your father passed out 2 days ago. He died. I didn't want to tell you. Yesterday was his funeral. That's why you heard so many voices in the house. I didn't want to tell you because I was afraid you're gonna do something very bad. I wanted to protect you, but I know you have a feeling something bad is happening, so I had to tell you. But please don't do anything you will regret there. She was afraid, I don't know, or maybe she was afraid I wanted to die, or I don't know, or to bring someone down. When she told me that my father died 2 days ago, and a day before was the funeral, that was the moment I flipped out. I said, okay, Mom, I love you. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Please be strong. I'm gonna come home very soon. And I hang up. And all of a sudden I start to cry like a baby. Like really crying, not just dropping a tear like crazy. The whole yard was looking at me. A guy told me, hey man, try to control yourself. All people are watching. I don't care. I don't care. Everyone mind his own business now. This is not the right moment to provoke me, for real. And I was crying like, man, 10 minutes. I couldn't control myself. I mean, I don't know, maybe for you it's a shame to admit that you cried, but I don't have this problem. I really cried like a baby because I loved my parents so much, but on the other side I disappointed them so much. I was, for real, I still feel that. They died because of me. You see, from 2004 and 2005, my father died. It's 2023, and I really feel like they both died because of me. Because I wanted more money. I want a higher social status. They died because of me. I sacrificed my own parents because I was selfish. That's why being in prison is not cool. Nobody will tell you this because they all want to look tough. I don't want to look tough. I just want to wake you up, man. Prison is a tragedy. That was the moment I start to lose weight. I had 72 kg. I end up having 55 after 3 weeks, 1 month. I couldn't eat, not even drinking water. I was trying to drink water, you know, not sleeping, a lot of regrets. I was feeling so guilty every time saying, yeah, he died because of me. He died because of me. If I would be free and if I would be working legal like everyone else, like any normal human being, my father would still be alive. I know he had cancer, but he could have lived long enough. But the fact that they arrested me, they destroyed him. My mother was alone. Every time I call home, I miss you. Oh, man, I have to control myself now. I have to control myself now. So every time I called home, my mother was like, I miss you so much. I miss you so much, please come home. Even last night I dreamed with my mother, man. I had a dream with my mother. Sometimes I have dreams with my mother and father, and they are like so real that I wake up and I look for them in the room. It takes like 1 minute to realize it was just a dream. Last night also, man, after so many years. And my mother was alone, depressed, praying every day for me to come home. Because when you go in prison, it's not only you who's gonna suffer. Your family too. Maybe your family will suffer more than you do. Because in prison you're gonna find yourself a lot of activities, you're gonna interact with other people, you forget about your own problems. But your mother, your father, or your wife, your kids, they will gonna suffer. They will be the ones who's gonna feel that tragedy the most. There's nothing cool about having street credibility or being in prison, man. One day a guard came to me. Let's go to the doctor. I didn't write to go to any doctor. I know, but you have to. Why? They noticed that I lost a lot of weight. When the doctor told me how much I lost, how many kilograms I lost, I was like, whoa, really? He told me, if you going like this, you're gonna die. You're gonna die, you're gonna go crazy. Your body is not strong enough anymore. You decide. And one day, I was like also sitting in bed with my eyes looking at nowhere. And I said, hey, I have to go home. I have to get out of here alive. I stand up, try to eat. It was very hard because after so many days, weeks, when I didn't eat right, it was very hard. I tried to eat, drink water, make some push-ups. I only could do like 2 push-ups. And before that, I was making 50 at once, no problem. And I start recovering myself because I knew my trial was about to come. I have to be fit. I have to be strong because I will be forced to defend myself. And I start making push-ups, start eating again properly, taking vitamins from a jail shop, all kind of fruits, vegetables. And in 1 month, I was back on my feet again. One day, the doors open, and the guard gave me a letter. This is for you. It was a letter from the judge with a trial date after 1 year. 1 year, 12 months in jail, waiting for my trial. I opened the letter. In 2 weeks, I will have my trial. I am ready.